Testing, testing. Okay, where are we at? Hey, Kura Fox, how's it going? I'm good, thanks. What does that mean? Update clear trackers function to be universal. Oh. Yeah. Okay, we got most of the major stuff done. Now we can finally play the game. Oh, I should compile with YYC though. Oh, nice. What am I doing? Clean the project first? Oh. Is that why I get lags sometimes? Oh, really? Huh. I've not had that. I just had some compile errors because I was using like too many else if statements in one script or something. That's a funny thing to have a compile error for. Okay. Here we go. I'm glad you like it. I don't know if it's going to make it into the final version, but it's a nice track. Ooh, this is quite a nice spawn. We got 2 streams. Gonna be tree stumps everywhere because I didn't move the trees. I could still move the trees, I guess. Reminds you of Age of Empires. Thanks, dude. Where's my last ungifted human? There he is. Okay. Let's get a drummer, actually. Maybe 2 drummers. Hey, Hamster Hammer, what's up, dude? I'm doing good, thanks. Just giving the game a playtest. I keep trying to playtest it, and it keeps breaking. The lighting is not new, no, we've had that for a while. I'm not sure I'm not sure it even works as well as it used to. This is fine, but I'm not sure if the flickering effect is working for the fires when like the tents and stuff set on fire. Because I was reworking that stuff recently and I never really... I was like, well, as long as it's functional, I'm not too worried about the aesthetics. But I might need to... yeah, makes sense. So I'm thinking of adding a couple of new miracles that allow you to control the time of day. Basically just skip to sunset or sunrise. They have some use, and they're easy ones to do. They're just kind of obvious ones, really. And I need as many miracles as I can get, because I'm trying to hit at least 40 miracles in the game. 4 per level. 10 levels. And then there'll probably be 1 bonus miracle in the... if you get the good ending. Which will be Rapture. Which just allows you to... I'm thinking the idea for the good ending is like essentially you reach paradise, right? And there are portals there which allow you to travel back to any world of your choosing. And then you can rapture everybody back to heaven whenever you want. So you can freely reincarnate, essentially. And the bad ending is basically you just go to hell. And I'm still not quite sure if that should just be like a, you know, just a brutal game over where there's no way out again, eternal damnation style, which probably makes the most sense, or if I should allow you to have a chance to redeem yourself and get the good ending. Although it feels a bit less, well, it definitely softens it a lot if you can do that, doesn't it? It would be a truly bad ending if you just got trapped in hell for eternity. But it's the idea is, well, I mean, it kind of is hell, to be honest with you. But this at the top, this meter here is the conservation meter. So it's all about trying to conserve the natural world. And you get the bad ending if you chop down too many trees and kill too many animals and stuff. You get the good ending if you can keep that conservation level up. The idea being that, you know, if you destroy the planet, then you've essentially created hell on Earth. And you're gonna have to deal with it. I should probably help them get the store built. We have enough power to conjure some fur. I don't know what's taking the hunters so long when there's deer all over the place. A little bit concerning. What are they even doing? Don't tell me the hunters don't work now. Oh, I've broken the hunters, I think. Yeah, what are they doing? Now they're going. Well, are they gonna hunt? They didn't want to hunt before. I think they're hunting now. Okay, so is it just before the store is built? They weren't hunting, is that what it was? I mean, I didn't touch any of the hunter code. So I'm not sure how I would have broken it. I understand how I broke the carpenters earlier, and they weren't building anything anymore. Wow, what a shot. Okay, they're definitely going to wander directly into this wolf den, aren't they? Well, so much for this playtest. I think I need to go fix the hunters. Oh. Well, it crashed anyway. I got an error. Huh, that's cool. I like that. Well, I'm running in YYC as well, so I don't really know what this error is, but we can go look at line 442. Human step 2. Step 2, that would be the end step event, right? So I think somebody died. Maybe that hunter bled out. 442, end step. Thank you, Kuro Fox. Sure we'll get it sorted. It's all going to be worth it in the end. 442, something to do with this? Oh, well, we don't... Good lord, I just need to delete this. It's not a thing anymore. This is part of the fire code refactor that I did recently. We just don't use this list anymore. I was saying earlier about how I should do a global search for any remaining references to these. Good lord. Well, no, actually a lot of these are the new ones, the temporary ones. So now I can't actually tell which one's which now. Oh, I've not done myself any favors here, have I? Well, we need to get rid of this though. And the other ones... Well, I'm pretty sure I reused the names for the other ones as well. Controller key press delete. Ah, well, yes, of course. This one, nearby tents, plants, and nearby humans fire. This is just a debug thing. I can just press the delete key to kill everyone. I'm sure it was useful at one point. And then the same thing appears here because I just copy pasted it. Okay, and this is the one, this is actually the temporary one in the script. Anything in these scripts is fine. And this one I just, okay, I think we're good. That's every remaining reference to those unused lists finally cleaned up. But the hunters, I would just want to replicate this bug. Oh, I'm still in YYC mode. Hold on. And we gotta wait for it to compile. I just want to replicate the bug and see. I'm pretty sure the hunters are not hunting. Well, they did hunt a little bit, right? Because they acquired 7 fur, but then they stopped again? Very strange. But I didn't change anything to do with the hunter code. I was just messing with the carpenter code, really. Thought of another optimization I can do yesterday as well. Because I made DS maps for gifts like hunters, guards, and carpenters. No, hunters, guards, and shaman. So that when we're looking for those specifically, we don't have to scan through all of the humans and figure out which ones are hunters, or which ones are guards, or which ones are shaman. By keeping them on a DS map. And I use DS maps also because they're very fast to look things up in. Much faster than arrays. So that was the original optimization was to use DS maps for the faster lookup speed. And then I realized, then I sort of in the process discovered many other ways that I could optimize those trackers, like disabling them when they're not in use, or just storing the things that we actually want to look at in their own DS map. You know, a bunch of stuff like that. But what I don't have, because I didn't really think about it at the time when I was making those other 3 DS maps, is a DS map for carpenters. But the store and the campfire both track the nearest available carpenter, and they need to scan through all the humans to figure out which ones are carpenters, and you know, so they can figure out which one's the nearest one who happens to be available. So if I make a DS map for my carpenters, then we can just scan through the carpenters instead of all the humans. Okay, so the hunters are hunting up to a point. We need to see at what point do they stop hunting and why. Last time they did manage to get like a bit of fur in the... Now they have to be part of the hunting party. What could potentially have happened is that one hunter went off on their own hunting and got really far away. I don't think that happened, but potentially, if that did happen, and then the 4 remaining hunters would just be hanging out in camp waiting for them to get back or something, because you can only join the hunting party if you're within a certain distance of the nearest member of the party to like get invited, basically. Yes, in earlier versions of the game, they just all hunted solo, you know, they all just kind of had their hunting behavior and they didn't work together or like move in a group or anything. And then the whole party thing came along and all the various rules to do with that. They're really struggling to get around this portal. There we go. So they are at least hunting in the beginning here. So they have various... Basically, they should hunt if they're hungry, for one. Or they should hunt if something needs building and requires fur to be built. Or they should hunt if the store has been built but doesn't contain enough food for the entire tribe, basically. Those are kind of the reasons... Well, really, they'll just hunt if they're in the hunting party, but those are the conditions under which they're allowed to join the hunting party or form a hunting party. But maybe I screwed something up and now they can't get in the hunting party or something. Oh my god, the child is on fire. The child is burning. We don't have any water bearers. I don't have miracle water either. Good lord, get extinguish the child. Wait, why are you not... Okay, I'm gonna have to extinguish them by putting them in the ocean. Oh, okay. Oh, they don't get removed. Now my screen is gonna be red. I found another bug. They don't... They don't get removed from the combatants list if you extinguish them by dropping them in the ocean. Combat overlay. Combat overlay not being disabled if burning humans are extinguished by dropping them in the ocean. So now my screen's gonna just be red like this. And also, did you notice how when I created the water bearer after they had already caught fire, they didn't respond? Or they didn't seem to. How are the hunters doing though? Because we need to... That's what we're really here to try and figure out, isn't it? This guy seems to still be supplying fur. That's a good sign. What's happening? What? Oh right, that guy's just still on the combat list. What? Wait, what fire do you think you're extinguishing? Oh, they also think they're still on fire. Well, they are responding now. Okay, so that's not a bug. I don't quite know what was going on there. So now they think this child is on fire. An interesting delusion. That would be very confusing as the child. Strangely, they aren't throwing water at them though. They're probably in some sort of a state loop where they enter the extinguishing state and then realize that their target is not actually on fire, and then they leave that state again. But because they're still on the global fires list, they then re-enter that state. Because there's like two different things affecting their behavior. Hey Fizzy Busy, how's it going? Good to see you. So we got bugs. This is why we playtest, folks, because I would have not found this if I didn't try and extinguish that child by throwing them in the ocean. Yes, so the humans can drown in the ocean, but only if you put them in there. But eventually, further down the line, we might add something like natural disasters to the game, and I figured if there was like a tidal wave, then it could essentially just sweep people into the ocean, something like that. Or maybe I'll think of some other way that they could wind up in the ocean, because other than the player just maniacally drowning their own humans, there's absolutely no way that it can ever happen right now. What are the hunters doing? I'm sorry, I'm getting very distracted. Why are they not hunting? Once again, they've accumulated 7 fur, and they're just... Are all 5 of them here? Yeah, they ain't doing shit. Oh, another human is on fire now. But the water bearer won't extinguish them because... Oh my goodness. Good night, Scarba. Good luck sleeping it off. The Scarba special for next time. Good, because I just worked out today. I'm definitely not doing it again. Okay, so we need to so given that your recommendation as the developer is to not place that would be my, if you're, you know, you can play the game however you want. If the fun for you is drowning all the humans, go for it, but you're probably not going to beat the game that way. Oh, I have Twitch mode disabled, right? Yeah, it's disabled by default now. Oh, this poor guy's gonna burn to death because nobody can extinguish him. The hunters aren't hunting. Oh, I really balked this up, didn't I? It's one of those things where for some players the fun is just, I don't know, torturing the humans. I'd rather they do it in a video game than real life. Yes, the rain will extinguish them, actually. We've done that now. Yeah, they don't stop, drop, and roll. They don't know that technique. They just run around like headless chickens. I think it did extinguish them, actually. That's lucky. Or did they die? No, they actually died. Okay. But it will extinguish. The rain will extinguish them, yeah. So my hunters here, my hunters, my dear boy. Why are you not hunting? I'm sorry, it's... Yeah, I think, the best thing you could do right now is get some sleep. If you must insist on consuming alcohol, I don't recommend it. Alright. Alcohol. So, that's all the... This is all like the carpenter specific stuff, and I managed to get like the perfect behavior, like under 99%. In 99% of cases, I got the carpenters to behave perfectly, except for when you first place the tents down and you just want them to build the frames. They wouldn't actually do anything at all. And I just never tested it. I was so tunnel vision on like all the nuances of getting them to, okay, what was it? We want them to prioritize supplying the frames that have been built with fur if fur is available in the store, and prioritize that over building new frames so that we can finish existing tents as soon as possible. And then it's like we only want them to fell trees if there's no lumber already in the store, or if there is lumber in the store and somebody's been assigned to withdraw it, but there's even more lumber is required to finish building anything than what is currently present in the store, and I had to figure all this stuff out and then in the process I just prevented them from even felling trees in the first place to just get the basic foundations constructed. But we fixed that today. But I didn't touch any of this hunter code, so I'm surprised that it has stopped working. I don't know what's going on. It's quite the pain. Build size. I'm hoping it's just something simple. Where am I even setting build size? Where is that coming from? There it is. Okay, well, yep. That's there. Okay, why? One of those moments where I'm reminded of the #1 lesson I've learned from game development. It's that whatever you do, under no circumstances should you ever make a video game. Just don't do it. Just go outside. I didn't touch any of this code. How have I done this? Nearest hunter party. None of them are in the party. Let me just check something. I don't think any of them were in the party, but I just want to check something. Nearest hunter party. Oh, do we not even disable that one? We don't even disable that. We could disable the nearest hunter party tracker when nobody's in the party. That would make sense, right? Why would we need to track them if they don't exist? Well, I'll write that down. Disable nearest hunter party in party tracker when hunting party is empty. But yeah, back to the task at hand. Why are the hunters not hunting? What have I done? Gonna have to actually read this. If instance exists, ds list find value global build I and build I stage less than 2. For less than required for break. Oh, is it this break? Wait, why would that be an issue? It doesn't seem like it would be an issue. As soon as they find something that requires fur, they will just break. Yes, let's not empty repairs. Well, we're not concerned about repairs. It's literally, this is it. This is the whole thing that would make the hunters hunt if something required fur. And I didn't change it at all. Well, I did change it. I added the break, but I can't see that being an issue. Changed lots of stuff in this carpenter specific section, but it wouldn't affect the hunters. Makes me wonder if they can't join the hunting party. Wait a minute. That could be it. That could actually... Wait, no. Hunger store lesson. Well, yeah, I mean, independently of hunger. Yeah, but that's well, yes, it's possible they could still target it, but... But they're unable to join the hunting party. Tell me, Mr. Anderson. What good is a phone call if you're unable to speak? Seems like that could be the issue. Why is that? I mean, this is purely... No way. Oh. Right. Previously, on Dragon Ball Z, it would work because they were scanning from the bottom of the list. I inverted the order, so we now scan from the top of the list. And we break as soon as we find something, and the store always is on the top of the list. Even if you build the store later, I bump it to the top of the list. God knows why. But I do. Oh, so they're finding the store. They're assigning it as their build target, and then they can't join the hunting party because Bill. Nope. No, that doesn't explain it at all, because this should cover that. Simply the existence of build and build requiring fur should be enough. The harvest list must be empty, apparently. Can't have fur in your inventory. Nearest hunter party. What if I'm pretty sure the party was empty though. Pretty sure about that. Should we just enable a bunch of debug stuff so we can kind of see what's going on? Might be a good idea. I should have made a save. You're a hunter and DS list hunting party ID does not equal -1. Partied. Hunting waypoint, nearest hunter. If nearest hunter party exists, let's draw a line to it. Build, let's have them draw a line to their build object, but we only want hunters to do that. Okay, that's some useful information to help us kind of get an idea of what's going on. What is their build target? Is the nearest... Probably the last thing to do would be like just draw the list size of the hunting party on the GUI. Oh my god, I gotta stop breaking the game. That's just inevitable, I think. I did think maybe the fishers could just have a chance to like fall in the ocean or something. Or you could justify it by saying they got swept off by a wave or something. Why not? I'll give you like another thing to respond to, short of actually getting the natural disasters in the game. Good God, why are they like... What the fuck are they doing? Okay, well this is weird. They're like... But this is still their build target, for sure, for sure. Why are they... like, constantly leaving and joining the party? What the hell are they doing? So, I guess the problem is they're getting kicked from the party for some reason. I'm gonna make a save there. There's only one piece of code that removes hunters from the party, and it's at the very top of this script. This one. Right? It's just if you have fur or meat in your inventory or instance does not exist, object prey. DS list empty. Global hub. Okay, well, yeah, no, it's like that's how we've always done it. We just always remove you from the party and then re-add you to it. If you should actually be in there. We just... the hell is going on? Is there something else somewhere that removes them from the party that I'm currently unaware of? State conditions, human end step, so your death would do it, I suppose. There's the Twitch commands, there's the drop script, something in human create. Okay, what's that? Sheltering? Okay. This one. Shade. They're not doing any of these things though. Warm. Sleep. They're not doing any of those. What about this? Nope. What have I done that would have affected this? It's very unusual. Because they have meat in their inventory? Oh. Well, why was it never an issue before? We could just prevent them from leaving the hunting party. Prevent them from leaving the hunting party? Is that what we want to do? We prevent them from leaving the hunting. We could prevent them from leaving the hunting party if something requires fur to be built, essentially. I'm not sure why this is even happening. We always used to do it this way and it was fine. So I'm not sure if this is even what we want to do. It would be really nice if I could understand what was happening. I think, yeah, well, like, what's different about it? I understand that they're being removed from the hunting party because they have meat in their inventory. But wouldn't you expect them to be removed and then instantly re-added in the same step? Which essentially would look like them never having left at all. Seems unusual that they're now like leaving and rejoining and leaving and rejoining with a bit of a delay in between. Effectively before, they would just leave and rejoin instantly, and it was as if they never left at all. So we could do... And... Instance exists... Instance exists... Build... I don't know if I need brackets there. And build... Dot for less than required for... It would be more like... I'm struggling to wrap my head around this one. To leave the party, you must have fur or meat in your inventory, or no prey exists on the map. That would need to be, the no prey thing would need to override this, essentially. Because if there's no prey, you can't hunt anything. Well, I suppose it is true. I don't think it would be the cause, but it is a bit odd that we reference build before we've actually set it. I mean, we never used to reference it here, but we reference it here even though we haven't actually set it until down here. So I think really we should swap the order of these things. Oh. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. If you put some brackets around these two, and then include the addition, right? It's like, we need more brackets, and then instance exists build. No, inside those brackets, and build dot for greater than or equal to build dot required for or instance does not exist build, or you could say build equals no one. So the build would need to be fully supplied or not exist for you to leave the hunting party because you have meat or fur in your inventory. Or if there's just nothing to hunt on the map, you can just leave the hunting party, obviously. Yeah, I believe that's correct. Maybe that fixes it? I don't know. I'm just kind of, I don't even really understand what's happening, so. Yeah, that works. There you go. Hunter's back in action. That's what we like to see. I think maybe I'd like them to be in a bit more of like a tighter group. I think they can spawn their waypoints a little bit too far away from the group waypoint. We can change that. It's easily done. Well, I'm glad we seemingly have that fixed now. I still don't really understand why it wasn't working. And we still need to test the full thing. We need to go through the whole process of building everything and check that they work under every, that they work in every eventuality. Let's disable all of that hideous debug stuff again. a deceptively simple game. It appears to be simple until you look under the hood, and then it's like, good God. Everything's always way more complicated than you think, except for like the 10% of the time where it's way easier than you think it's going to be. And those are always like surprising. Yeah, when I start doing playtests, I think this is probably a good rule of thumb for anybody doing playtests, is like, tell people not to suggest new features or content. Tell them to give you feedback on the existing stuff. Because especially non-developers or non-programmers have no concept of like how incredibly complicated it is to do the simplest things. So they'll come up with all kinds of crazy shit that'll take you the next 7 years to implement. And that's just not useful. Was that something else? I think didn't we find, I wrote something down. Disable the nearest hunter party tracker when hunting party is empty. I mean, I guess that would make sense. Kind of surprised we're not doing that. There might be a reason. There might be a reason we're not doing that. Because it's like built into the same loop as the thing that compiles a list of nearby hunters, and we don't want to disable the whole thing, and I don't want to split it into two separate things. Would that be it? I guess that would be it. That's why we don't do it. Wait a second. No, there is something here, though. It doesn't get cleared when disabled. Is that an issue? Possibly. We probably should clear it when it's disabled. But we don't need to do the full reset. All we need to do is clear this. It's outside of the width, so we don't need to use other. So if we just put an else on this, just because like some old hunter could still be stuck on that tracker, right? And it might but I think there might be a range check built into the other thing anyway. There is, right? So it probably wouldn't even matter, but I think it's good practice to clear the trackers when disabled anyway. Hopefully that's okay like that. Well, we'll soon find out if the hunters stop hunting again. It's probably going to be that, isn't it? But I think it should be okay. I'm going to compile with YYC again. Fingers crossed this is finally the playtest. I mean, they've all been playtests, but they're just often cut short by the many bugs and whatever else I find. I guess bugs. If I could get to level 3, that would be the furthest I've been in any recent playtest. Thank you. Okay, we have a nicely situated stream right there. Get these trees out of here before we have a bunch of immovable stumps all over the place. Oh, it's too late for these ones. I'm really dreading having to draw the rest of the sprites, dude. It's just not, it's not my jam. And water bearers can be useful even before the store has been built because people can catch fire. And, oh, I did skip to the first level, so I do actually have Miracle Water unlocked. That would do the trick, I suppose. So where are we at? We've got a portal stone, couple of portal stones nearby, expansion stone. Looks like all the miracle shrines are pretty far away. Divine protection there. Resurrection, that's the good one. Looks pretty accessible. We got divine intervention currently being camped by an aggressive bear. Bears with cubs are aggressive. I'm gonna try and get resurrection while we can. And then we're not in such a bad state if somebody does die. And I suppose I should be keeping an eye on the hunters and making sure they're working correctly now. Oh yeah, they seem to be hunting. Now we're right on the coast, so once we forego the need for hunters, we can just switch to fishers and subsist. Is that the word? Subsist on fish alone. We can become pesky. I mean pescatarian. Oh god, look out for this bear. It's roaming. Okay, just be extremely cautious. Hopefully, I mean, we have enough hunters there that they... Oh, I was gonna change the, No, they don't have traits like that. That's a funny idea. Humans that will only eat certain types of food. I might write that down. Traits. I was going to reduce the range at which they spawn the hunting waypoints so that they kind of stay in a bit of a tighter group. Yeah, there's not a lot of, you know, like, flavor yet. The game is pretty bare bones. I'm just kind of like finishing off the sort of the core or the base game, whatever you want to call it, and getting that all like solid. And then we have like a nice foundation to build upon and start adding like the more, start adding flavor really. But that stuff is still quite far away because there are numerous... Actually, this bear is not even reacting. Well, plus they're shooting it. Well, good God. Okay. So, well, that that explains the mystery of why the bears keep dying. It didn't even react. So, we have some issues there. That's quite serious. At least we finally saw it. Finally. I knew something was up with the bears. Now they have a really like overly complicated nearest threat tracker that differs from all of the others, and it's just basically horrendous, and as a result I don't think it actually works properly. Clearly it doesn't work properly. So I have to figure out why that is. I knew something was going on. Because I still have to, like, all you can do right now is quick load and, I mean quick save and quick load. And you can't, yeah, it's good for us, I suppose. And you can't rebind the controls or change the resolution or anything like that. So that stuff is all more important than adding new features to the game. We got to kind of get all of the basics, all the essentials, I suppose. Well, so much for the playtest. I knew something was wrong with the bears. We finally figured it out, so that is actually good. But once I get all of that stuff done, then we can start, having some fun. Putting in all the fun optional features that you just don't get to do until all the essential stuff is taken care of. Right. Yes, look at this monstrosity. It's an absolute disaster. Well, this is obviously not a very efficient way of doing this, where it should be like, really it should be, we just always check these ones. And if it's summer, why do I feel like I have too many brackets? No, I don't. What happened? Did I delete too much stuff? Yeah. We always check these two. And then if it's summer, we also check this one. That's a much more efficient way of writing that. I think it works, right? I think so. No? Ah, jeez. No, I don't think it works. Maybe you have to write it like this. Okay. So it's disabled in the attacking state. They definitely weren't in the attacking state. They weren't doing anything. Am I not actually clearing the trackers? I don't think I'm supposed to, am I? Or am I? Whatever. Just gonna go through it, I guess. So human check, find first humans, not undefined human check, current human, find value humans, human check, current human with current human, blah blah blah. Oh, well, it should change. Yeah, it's true. The humans automatically succeed their stealth checks when hunting. But as soon as they start shooting, they're out of stealth again. In fact, as soon as they start stalking, they're out of stealth. And let's see here. They get okay, if they get knocked back to idle, I think we just set the stealth back to 0 in idle as like a catch-all. Right, so when they return to idle, it's 0 again. Yep, it's not stealth. Human check. Find next humans. Human check. Not undefined human check. Current human. Find value humans. Human check. Is undefined. Human check. Is undefined. Predator check. Predator check is find first predators. Not undefined predator check. Current predator. Find value predators. Predator check. Current predator. Yes, find next predators. Predator check. Not undefined. Find value predators. Predator check. It's gonna be something to do with this next bit, I would guess. I mean, this is just what we do in summertime, else we do this. What's the deal? It was not summertime, so we can rule all of this out and just go to I can't actually see any issue with this at all. For us, it was when we realized that it would add 11 minutes to loading times to implement our own pathfinding. And then we just stuck with GameMaker's pathfinding. Wouldn't have been as bad if we compiled with YYC, to be honest, and we never actually checked that, but... yeah, it would have still been probably a few minutes, even compiled with YYC. Oh, the main performance killer in my game is the pathfinding, and I just try to keep the paths as short as possible. That's all I really can do. Well, honestly, this all looks fine to me. We need to like enable nearest threat tracker so I can like see it. This would at least let us know whether we're tracking the nearest threat correctly or not, and whether that's actually the problem. Blue, interesting. Okay. Yes. Yeah, but I can't really just delete all the units, then I don't have a game anymore. But I do try to kind of hit the bare minimum. Me and Brewer were joking about that. The best optimization you can do is just start deleting giant chunks of code. I suppose, yeah. Not spawning any instances, not creating any instances is a great optimization too. So yeah, I just wonder if the issue lies in here or something then. I mean, it's pretty simple, isn't it? Provoked, instance exists, nearest threat is in with and total threat level is less than or equal to threat level. Limited your player units to a total of 48, but your map is 2/3 of a 64x480 grid. 2/3 of a 64x480, 640x480. 48 seems like a reasonable amount. I have nearly that many humans, and then I have over 100 other creatures on the map. We usually have somewhere in the range of 80 deer. And we have... How many rabbits do we have now? I can't remember. Something like 60 rabbits. And then 3 packs of wolves, which range between 7 and 9 or something, or I think they can be smaller than that, maybe 3 and 9, I don't know. They do, yes, the whole reason that foxes were added to the game was to keep the rabbit population under control. Because nothing things are only added to the game out of necessity, basically. Not strictly true anymore, but it was for about the first 2.5 years of development. Things only got added when it became necessary to add them. But we are reaching a point now where I can do fun, optional things like drawing sprites. Good God. Okay, what about fleeing then? Exactly the same, but the opposite. It's the same but different. Well, shit. It's got to be the tracker. I'm almost certain I'm still in YYC mode, for God's sake. Almost certainly going to be the tracker. I think they're probably just not correctly tracking the nearest threat, so they're unaware of it, or they think it's somewhere further away than it actually is. We just need to confirm that. Everything else is really very simple. The tracker is the most likely point of failure. Man. I've just got to not think about it. Just got to switch off my brain and draw the rest of the sprites. It'll probably take a couple of months. I'm not drawing... After I've drawn the human sprites, I'm not drawing any more sprites. It's very unlikely I'll draw any more after that. Even the human sprites that I'm drawing, I expect them to be replaced eventually. The idea is to get an actual pixel artist on board. So that, you know, because I can spend all this time drawing them and it's still just my crappy coder art at the end of the day, so what's the point, really? There is a little bit of a point. It is useful to be able to tell what the humans are without having to memorize the color-coded cubes. That's the only reason I really want to finish drawing them. Do I have a save? Save is back in this version. This playthrough. Oh, well, now I can switch to VM. Yeah, so I put together the roadmap recently, and I've been trying to figure out the budget and stuff, and just getting prepared to start pitching to publishers so we can finish this damn thing. I've been talking to Indiana Jonas, the guy who did the art for the Steam capsule art for Another Crab's Treasure and Don't Starve and a few other games. Hopefully gonna hire the guy to do the Steam capsule art for mine. Well, they don't even seem to have a nearest threat, so I don't think the nearest threat tracker is working at all. Interesting. I still need to find a graphic designer to do the logo. But the funny thing is that I'm gonna get the Steam capsule art and the logo done, but I'm still not gonna be able to launch the Steam page until we have the art for at least 3 levels done. Because for the trailer and the screenshots, we need to show off at least 3 unique environments. So yes, we're kind of blocked by all of that stuff. That's yeah, that's not something I could ever do. Well, I mean, maybe give me 10 years to become an illustrator or something. But I'd really love to ship this thing before I'm dead. Right. It just doesn't seem to be tracking the nearest threat at all. Why is that? Excuse me. Oh, down I go. Hey fish, have a good sesh. Thanks for the look. Where in God's name is the problem here? Oh, okay. Oh, could it be? Could it be that I'm making the simplest mistake of all? No, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Oh my god. I just had a terrible thought. No, that's fine. Uh... Find first. No, sorry, that's correct. Thought I was looking at a different part of the code. Okay. Oh, I can't see anything wrong with this. And yet they're not tracking the nearest threat at all. Oh, this blasted thing. Oh. Wait a minute. Wouldn't I need to... No. No, I don't believe so. Okay. To see how far it's actually getting through this process. Maybe it's getting stuck at some point. Might be kind of useful to just spawn a single bear. But let's see what we get. Okay, I mean it's doing it. It's looping through them. If we have a look. We can see it's definitely looping through them. First predator? Can it be first human first? First human, next human. Not sure why. I'm not sure why it started on predator instead of human. That seems weird. But it's obviously working because it continues to loop through them. Okay, so as far as we can tell, it's looping through everything perfectly. And so the issue is with actually assigning it to the tracker at the end. Where's the problem here? Is this even being called? I guess would be the question, right? Hey, thanks, Tamid. Good luck on your game development journey. Okay. Well, the bears have been bugged for a while, so it will be really nice to get them fixed. They'll be pretty huge, actually. Once the bears are fixed, then we have a really solid build on our hands. Okay, well, it's being called. It is being called. That is really weird. What is it being set to then? um Okay, let's just print that to the console. See what we're actually getting. really weird that it seems to be running correctly, and it's even executing the bit of the code that actually assigns the result to the variable. Oh, wait a minute, what about the distances? Oh, it's just threat distance, okay. There aren't multiple distances. Oh, okay, okay. Unable to find instance for object. How? How is that possible? Nearest threat temp. So it's doing everything correctly. It's looping through everything, but nearest threat temp doesn't actually contain an object at the end of all of that. What? So is this somehow clearing it? Well, we could just try disabling this. It would kind of suck if that was the case. Because that's my method of... Well, it seems to be working everywhere else. Seems to be. That's my method of clearing things off of the tracker that shouldn't be there. If it's clearing things off of the tracker that should be there, then we have a problem. Nope. Nope. It's not that. Something somewhere. What actually is this variable set to then? I'd really like to know. This is why you should use the debugger. This is why the debugger is so useful. If it's not an instance, what is it? What is it? Is it just set to -4, or is it? What is actually stored in this variable at the end of all this? It's not an instance. Doesn't make any sense. Something somewhere is clearing that variable. Right? It's gotta be. -4. It's -4. How is that possible? I mean, this probably isn't even being called. That would be my guess. Nearest threat temp not set before. Sorry, it's supposed to be other dot nearest threat temp, isn't it? God damn it. It actually worked for some of them, weirdly. A bunch of them did say -4, though. Only the Predator ones worked. Because they have their own nearest threat variable on them. So it was looking at the local variable there. This will actually be looking at the correct variable. Okay. It's definitely being set. Oh my god. Definitely being set. Here we go. Reference instance. Reference instance. Definitely being set to an instance. But then by the time we get down here, somehow it's been reset to no one. But disabling this didn't prevent that from happening, apparently. I mean, that would only clear nearest threat, not nearest threat temp anyway. And nearest threat temp is empty by the time we get wherever the hell we're going here. How is that possible? If this code was called somehow first, That shouldn't be possible though, because it's not summer. Whoa, 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 what is this? Oh my god, what? I mean, this happens after that stuff, so it shouldn't be the issue, but it's still not right. No, 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 this is it. This is probably it. Well, shit. Okay, oh, this is supposed to be bear check, undefined, current bear, no one. And this is just not even supposed to exist. Good lord. Okay. I was like tunnel visioning. Good job I did the search. Alright, alright. I think we should be good now. Oh my god. And we nailed it. Why did I run in debug mode? I never run in debug mode. I'm allergic to debuggers. Come on, baby. No whammies, no whammies. This is it. The moment of truth. Yes! Yes! Yes. We did it. Awesome. God, that's good. Really stupid mistake, but it's nice to finally fix it. Okay. Well, we have a really solid build on our hands now, and I better release it pronto, because the build that I released yesterday was completely broken. I had no idea until this morning. The carpenters wouldn't even build anything. The hunters wouldn't hunt half the time. The bears were completely unaware of the nearest threat. Good googly moogly. This is version 0.5.5.6, aka the good version. And now we can finally play the game. Kenny, drink your elixir of the mongoose. I don't even care, dude. I'm not even gonna test it. Let me just check my. Oh, there's that hunter waypoint thing I wanted to do. Just a little tweak. Do that real quick. That's gonna be. It's probably might be in a couple of different locations that I need to do that. State hunt. $20, huh? And we'll go with 10. 10 is probably good. 15? 15? 15? Do I hear a 15? 15 going once, going twice. 10. I'm sticking with 10. I don't know if they have a waypoint respawn thing in here. No, I think they just return to idle once everybody's arrived. I see. Okay, so that's it. That is it. Yeah, I'm going to release this build because the last one was completely unplayable. Sure, I'm going to do a cleanup. Why not? Why the hell not? Was that it? Okay. Yeah, man. It's going to be cool. There's moments when I can really glimpse the potential. I mean, the sound design and the music and the graphics are really important. They're going to add so much. There's times when, I don't know, I'll have like smoked a bowl and I'm playtesting it and like the rain sounds kick in and I'm just like vibing. And then those are the moments where I'm like, this is what it's all about. You know? It's going to be all about the atmosphere and the immersion and just the feeling, really. I've played it to death. I'll be honest with you, you know, it's like I don't get a lot out of playing it, but like the ambience, you know, that's where it's at. And it makes sense because I'm not creating some super sweaty competitive game, right? It's like I'm creating an experience, you know. That's what it's all about. Okay, forget about version 0.5.5.5. It's all about version 0.5.5.6. That's where it's at. And it is now available for Ko-fi members to download. And I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna test it right now. Yeah. Okay, let me check it out. Just gonna grab a drink. Okay, let's have a look. English. Can I go full screen?
Kuro Fox 02.
Oh no! Ah. No. Game over. Oh crap. Whoa. Why am I so powerful now? Crazy. Okay. Ah. No. No. Oh, I'm really bad at this. No. Any continues left? Yes. Oh, I was too close. No! Oh, that was lucky. Holy shit. Oh my god. No! Is it the end? Oh. Bombs with C. Oh, it feels like cheating. X if you have a heart to throw it. Shift to slow down. Oh, nice. C to use the bomb. I like how they're on balloons. Oh. No. Bad. What? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I still won. Okay. Knew it. Oh, I can see my hitbox when I do that. Okay, good. No! Ah, that always gets me. Oh, come on. Oh, that was bad. Oh! No! Man, this boss is hard. shit. Oh my god, it's so strong. Oh. Oh, bombs. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, shit. Oh my god, I can't do that pattern. Okay. Oh, come on. Whoa. Whoa! Oh my god, that was crazy, dude. Oh, I thought the boss would be immune to bombs. Holy crap. Oh, that was insane. Pyramid. No bombs left. Pharaoh has awakened. God, it would really help if I could fucking see. Oh my god. Holy shit. No, I didn't make it. That was nice. That's a really good game. I would like to buy it, but I can't really afford to right now, but hopefully one day I'll be able to support you. Oh no, it's now GameMaker is freaking out. Thank you. Okay, have a good night. Thanks for sharing your game. So what did I do? I fixed carpenters not building, not filling when tent foundations require building. Fixed hunters not hunting when tents require fur to be built. Fixed bear nearest threat tracker not working. Increased expansion stone increased the amount by which the expansion stones increase the size of the sphere of influence. Fixed target numbers not being set correctly. Is that it? What else did I do? Anything? Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough today. Hey Nocturne, how's it going? Thanks, man. Yep, and I'm gonna have to get something else to eat here pretty soon. But I think we can do a little playtest first. Hope you've had a great day too. It is indeed. Ooh, that's true, that's true. Oh, I should have done that before I released that last build. I can do it. Crafting research. What are you crafting? I just want to change this to say ungifted instead of ungifted humans because it's just taking up too much room on the UI. Put away one dollhouse that you were making because it was frustrating you. Wow, dollhouse. That's cool. Sounds like, I was going to say it sounds like a lot of fun, but actually it was frustrating. Trying to decide if you want to make a different dollhouse or a stocking cap. Whoa, okay. Oh, your hand's going numb. I see. That is a problem. It can be difficult to keep your hands relaxed when doing things that require dexterity. Oh. Is that from doing too much today? Oh, jeez. I think that's everything, right? Pretty sure that's everything. Why is chat being like this? Oh, I see. I see. Sounds quite difficult. Well, I'm pretty sure that's just about everything I did today. If we can push this to the repository. I can't feel my feet right now. I've been standing up for so long. I'm breaking in my new shoes as well, so I got my shoes on in the house. They're not as flexible as my last pair of shoes. When I walk, my heels kind of come out. Yep, I think we got all the bugs fixed. I think we got all the bugs fixed now, which is crazy. There's probably more in there that I'm just not aware of yet. We'll probably find more of them. Right, I don't know. We've had several bugs today. I don't know which one it was, but we got them all fixed in the end. I'm going to refresh chat because it's being kind of weird. Keep having to scroll down. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. And I think we could give it a little play test now. But first, I do want to release this build with that little change that I just made. So I'm going to replace the old one. Changing the linens, nice. Always good. And I bought my Steam page today as well. That was the first thing I did this morning. It won't be live for a while, but I can start working on it after they verified my identity, which is going to take 2 to 7 days apparently. But it's pretty exciting. Oh, thank you, thank you. That will be most appreciated. Very helpful indeed. Christ, okay, there's not enough water in the world to hydrate me right now. Okay. It is compiled. I'm going to delete the old one. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay. Anything in particular that you're saving up for? There we go. Okay, the build is now available for Ko-fi members, and it is, as far as I'm aware, bug-free and pretty sweet. That's more common than you might think. A lot of people buy games and then never play them. In fact, it's one thing I've heard whilst doing research. Kind of marketing research, or marketing, would you call it that? I guess. That a lot of people will buy your game and never play it. But as long as you've got their money, it really doesn't matter. I'm in the quite fortunate position to own most of the games that I want. Ooh, new Elder Scrolls, cool. But I don't get a lot of time to actually play them these days. Basically, all of my time is spent doing game development or playing drums. Look at those look at those folds. Oh, sweet wampum. Look at those folds. I'm sorry, look at those loading times. It is fast when you compile with YYC. Get out of here, trees. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's... what a nightmare. That's quite a conundrum. Oh no, that is a giant bear, and we do not have a single guard. This is the worst thing that could have possibly happened. The children are being eaten. Oh my god. Oh, I think I might just restart. That is not what you want. Man, that's tough. That's tough. Okay. You've got to be quick. I mean, the good thing is normally you start in Beginner Island, right, or the tutorial, and you have chance to get everything set up. So when you actually go into the first level, where there's bears and things, you have everybody, like, you already have your guards and everything ready to go. Oh, why is it lagging so much now? You see that? That's not a good sign. That is not good. This has something to do with having... Oh, it's smoothed out again. That may have been unrelated to the game. That might have been my computer. I'm not sure. Okay. Woo! That's a good assumption. Certainly. Oh my god, somebody's just spontaneously combusted. Luckily I have miracle water, but no power to actually extinguish them with. Ah, that's fine, I can drop them in the ocean, that's right. Oh no, I didn't fix that bug! That's right, if you extinguish them by dropping them in the ocean, you still get this overlay stuck on the screen, and it'll put this arrow here. Ah, okay. Just when you think it's bug-free. Okay. Should I check my notes more thoroughly? Okay. It's gonna be a pretty simple fix. Let me take a look at... Just grab the code from somewhere else and copy paste it, basically. Yeah, this one. Miracle water. Object human. Wait a second. Oh, no, it's not actually in there. All this does is increment extinguishment. Plus equals 100? Why don't we just do equals 100? That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Let's look through. Okay. Seems like I got all of them. So I need to go into my extinguishment script. Extinguish script. So, what we do is we... I don't think that should be in there. I think that should be... Oh, no, wait, no, that's... okay. It says humans and tents. Sorry, I thought it was in the tents only part. It's in the right place. Okay, I just need these three things. And then when we drop them in the ocean, we need to do those three things if they Or on fire, I suppose. Okay. Okay. Ads for 1.5 minutes, gotcha. Now that you can hear me. On fire equals true. DS list add. Right, but what if we drop them in the ocean? This one. Instance destroy, as if they're dead. Right. What if we drop them in the ocean when they're alive? Well, I think that's actually handled in the human states rather than in here. It's not a very efficient way of doing it, but it is how we're doing it right now. And we probably shouldn't be doing it that way. Drowning. No? Ah, maybe I do it in state conditions, because that would be more efficient than doing it here. Drowning on fire equals false. Guess we'll add a welcome back. If on fire equals true. With object human, if fire equals other.id, fire equals no one. Delete from the fires list, remove from the combatants list. And on fire equals false. There we go. I know, right? I mean, it's based in the Stone Age. I think it was before that technique had been developed. Okay, why don't they just run into the ocean themselves, you know? There's a lot of different things they could probably do, but... okay. Okay, that should be totally fine now. I guess we'll just test it. Still in YYC mode, so this is going to take a minute. Got to switch back. Right. I hadn't assigned any yet. It's really nice, actually. I never thought that it would be, you know, viable or useful for something that you can drop them in the ocean to extinguish them. But if you haven't unlocked Miracle Water yet, and you don't have any water bearers, it's actually really useful. Yes, they'll put people out, and they prioritize putting people out over tents, and they also like they divide and conquer. It's like one water bearer per burning human. They don't all try and extinguish the same one. However, they will all try and extinguish the same tent because they need to work together to get it put out. Okay, right. I don't know why I have these lags now. Oh yeah, I need power to do that. Thank you. Yeah. I like to focus on the little details like that because, you know, you don't have control over the humans. So it could be really frustrating if they don't do what you want or what you would expect them to do. There we go, it works and it clears the thing off the screen. So I think it's really important that they, you know, behave correctly. Yeah, I still have these lags. Don't know if that's going to go away until I restart my computer again. Could try restarting GameMaker. Yeah, that's really nice though. Currently we're constantly checking, like, if they're standing on water, essentially. Every single human is constantly checking. Well, it's not constant, it's if they're in the idle state. If they're on water, which may be useful eventually, but right now is just kind of inefficient. It's inefficient to constantly be doing that when we know that the only way that they could get in the water is if the player drops them in there. So we only really need to perform that check once at the time of dropping them. So it would be a lot more efficient, but if eventually I implement some other way that they could fall in the ocean, it will be useful. Maybe. Depending how we do that. No guarantees. But I don't want to change it right now. It's not a big deal. Okay, I'm just going to restart. GameMaker, I have to also I have to recompile and re-upload this build again. Just want to say I really appreciate everybody who supports me on Ko-fi. It helps a lot. I don't know if any of my Ko-fi members are even here right now, but just want to put it out there that I'm really appreciative of the support. Okay, we're building, we're compiling. It's raining. Said it would rain today. Yeah, we have full weather simulation. We have all 4 climates and all 4 seasons. Full weather simulation, and the humans are affected by the weather. Fire is extinguished by rain. A lot of the animals... I'm going off on a tangent, that's not weather related. I'm just trying to think of stuff. The humans will huddle around the fire for warmth. They'll shelter from the rain in the tents. That's about it, really. Yes, they do. Yep. And there's a miracle that there's 2 miracles that allow you to control the weather. Miracle Calm and Miracle Storm. So, if a lot of things are on fire, you could summon a storm to extinguish everything. Yeah, I didn't really think how useful that would be when I was making it. I was like, oh, you know, that's a godlike sort of thing to do, isn't it? Controlling the weather. But it turned out to be pretty useful. Okay, there we go. Alright. Hopefully, I don't know how many times I've said this today, but hopefully this build is bug-free. Finally. I'll try running it. No. They're nomadic. There will be no agriculture in the game. Still getting a lot of lag here. Is that... What is that? Okay, now it's smoothed out again. I'm hoping that's my PC and not the game. Although, also, I don't know why I would hope that that my PC was broken or something. A male hunter? Not in my tribe. No, thank you. Female only. Yeah, I noticed that like I get lags after compiling with YYC. Like a few times. Seems to be the more times I do it, the worse it gets. Okay, we better get some guards and shaman before everything goes horribly wrong. I just like the female hunters more. I think they look cool. I have like different preferences. Some gifts, like the shaman, I like both the male and the female ones. Well, they can't multitask. They can't multitask. They're either a breeder or a hunter, not both. Oh my god, the lags are back. What is going on? Oh my goodness, it's really bad. I mean, I haven't changed anything in the code today that would cause such severe lags. I think it's probably my PC. I'm gonna have to check it off stream. It's just the game. I don't think, well, is the stream lagging? It's just the game, I think. No, it is the stream as well. It's like it's just my PC is fried or something. To be honest, I do need to, oh my god, it's really, really bad. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to restart stream. I don't know if you can still hear me. I'm gonna have to restart my PC.